Did you know that there are few things women will never tell their husbands or boyfriends? Even if they're together for more than 50 years, these sentences won't be uttered by the woman. If you're in a relationship, you may already know some of them. If you're a software engineer and are confident of never landing a girl, don't be too hasty and leave. This video may still save your life. I just want to put it out there that relationships or marriages are not the fairy tales they're made out to be. Take marriage for instance. It is a very unfair partnership. If a marriage were a company, the wife would own 60% of it, and the husband a mere 30%. As for the remaining 10%, that would be the poor husband's mother in law. She's never going to say, I called your mother, because she's never going to call your mother. The poor lady who brought you up from a nose wiping, pant pissing baby to the stud that you're today is not going to like it. And if by some quirk of fate your wife does call up your mother, you will know it well before your wife tells you. Because your mother is going to call you anyway and tell you where all your wife was wrong during the call. I don't know why wives hate their husbands' girlfriends or hate their husbands when they get a girlfriend. I mean, what is the harm in holding your husband close and whispering into his ear, hey, I think you should get a girlfriend? Where is all that sharing and caring that we were taught in school? And anyway, it is division of labor. A smarter wife would negotiate with her husband and strike a deal. The wife can take care of the house, the kids, the in laws, etc., while the girlfriend can take care of the husband. A girlfriend in the house can be useful for everybody. Women just need to open up a bit more with the modern times. Till then, we are never going to hear them say, you should get a girlfriend. The whole economy of the world runs at the pace it does because of the women who love to shop. If all the women in the world stop shopping, three things will happen. The world economy will fall into depression. Even worse, the women will get depressed. Do I even need to mention the third impact? The men will get screwed. Everything said and done, I have quit shopping is one sentence you are not going to hear. Some of the women do pause their shopping spree when they've just started on a diet plan or joined a gym. Idea is to pause shopping till the inches are lost so that clothes one size smaller can be bought. Unfortunately, the inches are never lost and the shopping is resumed. The woman in your life hates the time you spend in the washroom. In fact, women already have an association called POOP, POOP, to fight this. Phone out of potty. I'm serious. Since women see mobiles as a reason for such long stays, there is a huge demand for signal jammers inside washrooms. In fact, a recent startup which makes signal jammers in the form of soap boxes, toothbrushes, toothpastes, mugs, etc., so that they can be hidden in the washrooms away from the eyes of the men has got 100 million funding. Women will spend half an hour giving their feet a bath before they spend an hour taking the usual full body bath, and after that, another half hour of drying their hair. And that's something women must appreciate and understand. But a man spends 15 minutes taking a dump and is hung upside down. If women are to be believed, eating chocolate is just like having sex. Only difference, it doesn't need waxing of the legs. You know why men all over the world aren't getting enough sex? That's because women have assumed that men love waxed legs while making out. And knowing how painful waxing is, the women decided to stay away from sex itself. Dear ladies, if I may speak on behalf of all the men, let me assure you that we do love waxed legs, no doubts about that, but not at the cost of sex itself. Anyway, coming back, even though chocolates make women's clothes shrink, they keep vanishing from the fridge. I don't know why, but your woman is never going to accept and say, I ate all the chocolates. Probably because women believe that if nobody sees you eat a chocolate, it doesn't go to the hips. You are never going to hear your woman say, I forgot our anniversary. And there are two reasons for it. First, of course, is that women have a thing for dates. Just because a woman doesn't understand that a $100 bag with a 10% discount is a better purchase than a $1,000 bag with a 50% discount, don't think she is bad with numbers or dates. She remembers everything. Even if you assume that for some odd reason she does forget the anniversary, she will just make up some date because you're not going to know anyway. You are never going to hear any woman say, these shoes are costly. There are more types of women's shoes than there are characters in the Hindu epic Mahabharata. No, I'm not joking. Let me name a few for you: knee high, Ugg, cowboy, wedge, clogs, mules, slingbacks, Oxford, ankle strap, open toe, chunky, pump, peep toe, platform, kitten, heel, loafer, and more and more. I can go on for one more minute and I still won't be done. When women fight with their boyfriends or husbands, they have to buy shoes. When they fight with their girl buddies, they have to buy shoes. When they're feeling low, they have to buy shoes. Why? They have to buy shoes even when they're happy. And I don't need to tell you how crazy they get when a sale is on. Dear woman, once in a while, just try to be in your man's shoes. We know they are old pair of sneakers and may stink, but hey, they don't cost anything. I'm willing to bet my right hand that no woman has ever told a man, I am sure you know the way. Women don't trust the sense of direction of their partners. Instead, they will hound you to stop and ask someone for directions. During one such trip on the road, my wife said, "This is not the right way." I answered her with another question, "Do you want to drive?" She replied, "No, you know that I don't drive. Besides, I don't know the way. All I know is you're wrong." Dear women, we agree that Moses wandered around in the desert for 40 years looking for the promised land. But hey, that was not because he didn't stop to ask for directions. "This diamond is big," said no woman ever. Okay, here's a quick quiz. Which of these two diamonds is bigger? If you just answer diamond 2, you're wrong. When it comes to diamonds, none of them is big. If a dog is a man's best friend, a diamond is definitely a woman's best friend. How I wish a woman's best friend was something much cheaper, something like a chocolate cake or a stuffed toy. But no, women had to decide on the diamond. Another thing I don't understand is a hurry to buy diamonds. Don't they say that diamonds are forever? If yes, why the hurry? I'm sure they would be there in the shop when we go later. I'm speaking on behalf of all the men here, and I'm sure all will agree with me. When it comes to diamonds, our tastes are exactly what it is with breasts. We prefer big fake ones to small natural ones. Guys, when I said let's use images of breasts for this frame, I didn't mean chicken breasts. Is the mic on? Oops, sorry. Let's have sex is a sentence a woman in your life is never going to say. That is why the first thing most men do after having sex is go home. It seems like it is below her dignity to call you over for sex. Dear ladies, if it is dignity which is holding you back, please take some inspiration from the logo for Dignity Day, a day celebrated on October 20 every year. Does this look like a logo which doesn't like sex? Dear men, if you're lucky, you may get an invite. But for that, there has to be a hidden agenda. Not a small agenda like borrowing the credit card, etc. For that, just hugs and kisses do the trick. But if the hidden agenda is as big as buying a house, buying a diamond, buying some gold, or a dinner with her ex boyfriend, be ready to get the invitation. But even then, it won't be let's have sex. It will be the more refined let's make love. God save you if your wife surprises you in the morning with a let's make love in the evening plan. The whole day you got to be careful about not pissing her off. Women will never tell you why they are angry with you. You got to figure it out on your own. Within a month of being in a relationship, any smart man will understand that when his girl says it's fine, it is anything but fine. Just a word of caution. When it is an angry bull, you should not approach it from the front. When it is an angry donkey, you should not approach it from behind. And when it is an angry woman, you should not approach her at all. Wait for her to cool down and then apologize, even if she was wrong. That's how it works. And once you're friends, don't expect any makeup sex. That's just fairy tale. It is something the women invented to make relationships look better and entice men. And guys, here's a bonus tip. If the woman in your life is angry and you want her to patch up with you, just walk into the kitchen and close the lids of all the jars tightly. She will have no choice but to come to you. Hope you loved watching this video. If you know a sentence which women never tell their husbands or boyfriends and we missed mentioning it here, just leave a comment. If you know a suffering boyfriend or husband, please share this video with them. You may end up changing their lives. Don't forget to give this video a nice big thumbs up. For more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jammy's Videos.